Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about how to use the bowling arrows. They're known as range finders, and they're little dovetails or little arrows located about 15 feet past the foul line. There's 7 arrows. The center arrow, for you beginner and newcomer bowlers, and of course anyone listening of any experience level is welcome to continue listening. The center arrow corresponds to the head pin, and if you draw a line straight back, at the foul line there's a series of dots. The larger dot right in the center lane is the 20 board. Now let's use from the right side of the lane to the left side of the lane as a reference for right-handed bowlers. The center dot is the 20 board, so is the center arrow, the 4th arrow. The first arrow from the right side of the lane is 5 boards in from the edge of the lane. Second arrow, 10 boards. Third, 15, and so on across the lane for the 7 arrows. Now if you trace the dots 12 feet behind the row of dots at the foul line, you'll see about 5 dots there, and the center dot, the larger dot, corresponds with the center dot at the foul line, with the 4th arrow, and with the head pin on a full rack of pins down the lane at the pin deck. And same at 15 feet at the beginning of the approach, there's more more dots for you to line yourself up toward. Now, the purpose of the arrows is as an alignment system. It's easier to roll the ball over something closer to you than it is further. And since the pins are 60 feet away, it makes sense to aim 15 feet away. Sight with your eyes and keep your eyes targeted on your arrow from the beginning all the way through the approach and through your delivery until the ball passes it. Then you can look up to see what kind of results you got. That's what good coaches will recommend to you. Typically, in most bowling centers, the heaviest concentration of oil the lane machine applies is between the second arrow on the right and the second arrow on the left, from the foul line to about 20 feet of distance. That's going to give you the most slide down the lane. So you can't roll the ball down the center of the lane and get any traction if you throw a perfectly straight ball. For those of you who hook the ball, a right-hander for example, your release point on the lane when the ball comes off your hand will go left to right. We recommend that you start alignment in order to hit the pocket using the second arrow as your primary target from the right edge of the lane. So if you throw a big hook, you want to start the ball further left of that, maybe 3 to 5, 6 boards, depending on how big of a hook you throw. Let the ball go to the second arrow, hook back to the pocket. If you throw a very modest hook, you want to be 2 or 3 boards of an angle from when the ball contacts the floor, maybe the 12 or 13 board, with a slight angle to the second arrow, continuing down the lane to the break point, and then hook to the pocket. Now, for you bowlers to throw the ball perfectly straight, you can't just release the ball on the second arrow and have it go straight down to, on the 10 board, have it go straight down to the second arrow, because the ball won't hook and it'll miss the head pin on the right. So you've got to move over 4 or 5 more boards in your starting position and get a little bit of angle right to left to the second arrow. That's why it's better to throw a hook ball. You should learn that way. We recommend you see a coach. Get a certified coach in your area, perhaps a local pro shop operator is experienced in coaching, or a local bowling professional, and learn how to use the target arrows to improve your accuracy and where to line up, and then how eventually to make lane adjustments once you line up and once your skills improve. So we hope that explains a little bit about the purpose and how to use the bowling arrows. While you're here today, take a little more time to look at some of the wonderful products we have to offer. If you find something you wish to purchase, just simply follow the easy-to-order online instructions. And remember, our store is always open, and we thank you for visiting bowlingball.com.